Good morning, my friends. Welcome again to the J Talk Morning Show. Happy to have you with me this morning as we talk about a really cool subject that I recently came across in my exploration of why we dream of flying when we're asleep, and so I want to share some thoughts with you on that, but also it made me really think about. Um, it made me really think about how we can do that while we're awake. So, anyway, welcome to the J Talk Morning Show. Great to have you on board with me today. Java check, ladies and gentlemen. Java check right here. Okay, got it in my good old Elvis cover. So it's great to have you on board with me this morning. Hope you're getting up, getting out, and getting at it. Get your day started because we need you out there. All right, so killing the music. Killing me softly with your song. Oh, song. Anyway, so we're talking about this morning, dreams of flying while you're awake. While you're awake. Now, this doesn't happen. What I'm referring here to is by show of hands, okay, and I mean by putting that in the comments, obviously, but by show of hands, how many of you have had dreams of flying while you're sleeping and you wake up and you thought, wow, that was so cool, or wow, that caused anxiety, or wow, that just I feel at peace or something like that. Some emotional attachment to the dreams we have. We wake up, hey, when you wake up with like a nightmare, somebody's chasing after you, you know, you wake up in a panic, or you have these dreams. Sometimes those dreams that we have place us in a very real situation in our own home where we recognize things around us. Now, I am not going to psychoanalyze this. I am not one of those dream interpreter kind of people. I am not. And I'm not going to even go there. Okay. That's not my world. That's not my realm. But I do want to share that it is common for people to have this dream of flying in their sleep. And I used to think sometimes when I was a kid, because I would have this dream and I'll never forget. I'll never forget. And let me know if you're the person too in the comments, if you've had these kind of dreams, where you're flying above everybody else. And I'm going to read some things to you that I did in my research. Excuse me, in my research of what some of that could mean. Uh, but I looked at this, and the explanations I'm going to give you in a few moments that came up from like Psychology Today and other sources. I looked at this. How can we turn this if we get those certain feelings and emotions and these belief systems based upon a dream we had? Okay. How can we do that while we're awake? How can we dream of flying while we're awake and get those feelings? Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But real quick, let's see in the comments. We're going to see. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning. Good morning. She says, me, absolutely. And so I know we share that. And we share that with so many people. I mean, probably millions of people from all walks of life throughout history have had a dream of them just soaring above the clouds or into the stars, like Wendy and Peter Pan, or Iron Man as he soars up there, or Captain Marvel, and Superman and all our superheroes. These people that are bigger than life, that's where they go. That's where they go. They're always soaring, right? They're always flying. They're always above the ground and above all the chaos, and getting an incredible view of the overall picture. Well, that's what we're going to look at today. So, I want to make sure to put the ticker on the bottom. I forget that sometimes. All right. So, when I was a kid, I'll never forget, I woke up and I swore I was dreaming. Now, I know looking back, a lot of times what happens, things, events, thoughts, whatever we put into our minds can influence a dream we have later. And so I was reading Psychology Today, and I'm just going to read just a small piece of it because they said this one thing that I thought was very interesting. Let's see, it is down here. I should have had it pulled. I did have it pulled up. For some reason it jumped. Okay. Okay, research suggests that one of the main reasons that we dream is that our memory control center, called the hippocampus, the hippocampus. Now, the hippocampus is not a campus where hippos go to party. Okay. Hippocampus is not a university that hippos go to learn. Okay, but it's a part of the brain, the part of the brain that is basically contains things and files away the memories that we are gathering through life that can be recalled. So the hippocampus part, but it says that the hippocampus needs to rehearse information from the day before or the week before in order to ensure that it gets encoded in a long term memory. And this is why many of our dreams feature events and people we've recently encountered or thought about. And I think sometimes what happens too is sometimes, and you know it, I know it, we've all experienced a dream can also pull out memories that have been filed away from years ago. Years ago. So the hippocampus part of the brain is that part that kind of stores it and formulates it and puts it in place. So, but that is one thing that psychology today explains about that. So I'm going to, where's that at? Oops. Okay, here we go. All right. So some of the things that made me think about it in my research is um, some of the reasons behind this phenomenon of flying in our dreams, and I'm going to explain it to you. But here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to explain some of the reasons they think that we have those kind of dreams. But I want you to think about, how can I dream this in real time? How can I have these dreams while I'm awake? How can I have these these uh, these effects that this dream tends to invoke? Have you ever had a dream and you're like, man, I wish I could go back to sleep and have that dream again because it was such a great dream, you know? so, um, so yeah, this is a little different than what I'm usually talking about. But this is the J Talk Morning Show, and I want it to be about things that involve life and leadership and how you can grow and learn from all kinds of stuff. But anyway, freedom and elation. Freedom and elation. The way I said it sounded like one long word. Freedom and elation. That was weird. I just created a new J word. But so one of the reasons is freedom and elation celebration. When you soar through the skies in your dreams, it symbolizes newfound freedoms. Imagine the weightlessness, the wind against your face, the exhilaration of flight. It's a metaphorical expression of your desire to break free from the constraints and limitations of your waking life when you're awake. And you wake up and you think, oh, I just need to go back to sleep, because you know already ahead of you is maybe some of the stressors. Sometimes we're stressed out about life that we actually influence our dreams. But sometimes the hippocampus pulls something out amazing that causes us to have a dream of freedom and elation, a little escape, if you will. Well, imagine if you could do that while you're awake. If we know the reasons why we have these dreams in this state, maybe we can start using the same some of the techniques to get that experience. So maybe it is actually just stopping, pausing, and take yourself into a psychological state where you just dream, a meditative state where you just close your eyes and you think about soaring, and you got to hold on to that image for a while. But you think about just flying and soaring. You think about taking off from the ground. I've had these images, these dreams, not images, but these dreams. There's a difference. Okay, dreams, I have no control on. Images, I do, right? It's where, what am I meditating on? What am I pulling out of my mind? So I've had this one and I remember as a kid, and there's a lot of things going on in my life, and I can see how this could definitely play a part of it in the freedom and the elation aspect of it for as a reason. And it was, and others that I'm going to talk about in just a moment. but I was dreaming of actually being in a conversation with people, look at my watch, and then I just take up off the ground and start flying. In the 70s, I think it was in the 70s, and I am dating myself, but in the 70s, the there was a TV show, and I think it was called The Boy Who Could Fly, and it was a weekly TV series. And this kid was kind of an oddball. He was an oddball. Matter of fact, he kind of walked around, looked like he was like an AI half the time, just robotic. But he was kind of a squirrel, and that's an old term, he's squirrel. And but he would just take up flying, and he would go see his best friend, a girl he really liked, and she'd be in her upstairs bedroom studying homework, and then suddenly he just float up by the window, but he would fly. And I know that that was also an influence as a young boy in my mind because it was something I saw as freedom, a way to celebrate, a way to escape, and I could just fly and just soar and go. I was also studying the stars a lot as a kid. I was a really big astronomy geek. To a degree, I still am. And I dreamed of the stars, I dreamed of the planets, I dreamed of the heavens, you know, when I was awake. And so I'm filing these things into my hippocampus, and then it pulls it up later in an actual dream while I'm sleeping. So you can get that same kind of freedom and elation when you need that. You just got to stop, pause, step back, and take yourself into a mental state. So that's one. Another reason is overcoming hurdles. Overcoming hurdles. I'm going to tap on the comments up here. Let's see what we got here. John Fleck says, Good morning. Good morning, my friend. Everybody say good morning to John Fleck. John's got some awesome stuff in the works, also in leadership. So, hey, look. Hey, John, say hi to Catherine. She's saying, hey, yo to you. And good morning to you. So, but there is another reason was overcoming certain hurdles in our life. Flying dreams often occur during times of change or transition, like when you're changing a job, when you're moving to a new place, or embarking on a significant journey. Flying represents overcoming obstacles and embracing new possibilities. See the positive in that? Okay, if you're faced with an obstacle right now, you need to embrace the opportunity, embrace the possibilities. Overcoming these hurdles a lot of times is just us stepping back and step into a realm of peace. So in our waking moments, we can step back and do that. We can experience what we experience in our dream states if we pull that during our awake moments. And it's just knowing that I need to step back, I need to calm down, I need to just get myself in a place. And folks, let me tell you, I'm not a person that sits around does yoga or meditate with my fingers all together and ching ching. That's not me. That's just not my gig. But I am a firm believer in stepping back and just have some meditation time, alone time. Okay. Isolation is good. Solitude is good. Loneliness is not good. Solitude is good. You need that moment of solitude to gather your thoughts, gather your strength, uh, gather your image, hold that image, and pulling those things up. So that's the thing. Overcoming some hurdles. The third reason is escape and stress relief. Well, that kind of just talks about what I was just saying, right? Sometimes you got to step back and step into a state of just relaxation, calmness, eliminate the chaos in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. Whatever's going on in your world, whatever's holding you back, whatever holding you down, whatever's causing you anxiety and stresses, you need to step away from that. Okay. You cannot be productive. Okay. If you cannot have a state of productivity if you are in a state of destruction. Okay. There's no production where there is destruction. So that means you got to step back and approach it in a different manner. So escape and stress relief. The sensation of flying can be stress relieving. In dreams, it provides an escape from daily worries and responsibilities. It's like a mental vacation when you leave behind earthly concerns and float above them. What earthly concern are you faced with? What challenge? What obstacle? What is bringing you some anxiety right now? Get yourself into a calm mental state and just envision lifting up off the floor, lifting up off the ground, above all the chaos. Leave the chaos behind, leave them on the ground, get up to the clouds, soar through the stars, take a trip, fly through Egypt. We have Apple TV, and when the Apple TV goes into a timeout mode, it takes you on a journey around the world, and it's beautiful. I wish I could just keep that on much longer with some music in the background. Apple, if you're listening, put some music in the background on those. But you can get yourself in a mental state of doing that. Another reason, hope and aspiration. Hope and aspiration. Okay. Before I jump into that, let's see. We got Colleen. It's good to see you, my friend. Long time no see ya. Your father was very abusive, so I thought I could fly to get away from him. Hey, Colleen, I'm right there with you, sister. Right there with you. That was a part of my chaos as a child growing up as well. And isn't it beautiful that we have overcome those obstacles in our life? We may still remember, we still have the scars, but girl, let me tell you something. Our lives are so much better, and we can help to make the lives of other people better because we went through that. Okay, you know, in the military, and Colin, I can't remember if you were in the military or not, but in the military, battle hardened warriors win the wars. Battle hardened warriors win the wars. Okay, we come out victorious. It's the same in our personal lives. Those who have faced the battles and were battle hardened, we can win the wars and be victorious over that which tried to defeat us. Okay. And so I get it, girl. I get it, girl. I was, well, I'm not going to share all that right now, but yeah, I get it, and I'm right there with you. John says, signals in and out this morning. Well, hope you can get some good signal. Also, watching a virtual fireplace to get into a meditated state. That is so cool. We love doing that. I'll pop a fireplace up on the TV sometimes, and we have an actual fireplace, but you need that mental state. Even going through the process of building a fire can take you out of that too if you're building an actual fire. But a virtual fireplace, hearing the crackle, hearing the roar of the fire, man, it's a meditative state. So whatever works for you is a great tool to use. And Catherine, watch waves. Awesome. So that's what these are. So the fourth reason was hope and aspiration. Hope and aspiration. That's a reason. Dreams of flight evoke hope and optimism. They signify a belief in better things to come, a sense that you can rise above challenges and reach for the skies. It's a subconscious reminder that success and achievement are within your grasp. Your dreams are talking to you. Your mind is waking you up with these visions of flight, that there is better things coming. There are better things coming. Are is plural, is singular. There are better things coming. Okay. Your life is not finished because you're going through something. Remember, when life is throwing stuff to you, okay, life happens through you, it happens for you, or it happens to you. It depends on your attitude. It depends on your perspective. It depends on how you want to receive it and interpret what life is going on around you. We all have stuff. What's the saying I heard someone say one time? Hey, yo, we all got troubles. We've all got troubles. How do you got to approach that in a way? I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to be victorious. I'm going to be the champion. All of us, every single one of us, we have that capability to do that. We have that capability to do that. But sometimes we don't embrace that. And there's a reason why we're afraid to grab hold of something great and positive and move forward. And we're still holding on to the past. And if you heard me yesterday, I think it was yesterday I talked about this. You cannot grab hold of the future and the past at the same time and expect to move forward. You cannot do that. You have to you're either holding on to the past, and that's with both hands. And many people are holding on to the past and they're keeping them back there. They look over their shoulder and say, oh, I'd like to have that. I want to go there, but I don't want to let go of this. And we do that because sometimes it's because of a security. It's what we know. We're afraid of change. Or these people know me, or I know them. It's comfort, even if it's painful comfort. They don't. They may judge me. They may cast me aside, they may laugh at me, they may mock me, they may ridicule me. You don't know. All the questions that hold us back by that's preempted with they may or what if they, and there's a negative answer after that. Okay, what if they may accept me? They may love me. They may cheer me on. They may guide me. They may mentor me. They may walk and fight this battle with me. They may celebrate me. What if they did that? Change your what ifs. Let go. Now, here's the other thing, too. You can't hold on to the past with one hand and hold on to the future with the other hand. Internal turmoil and struggle. You got to let go of the past and grab hold of the future with both hands out. We're going this way. And here's the other thing, you don't look over your shoulder at them. It doesn't matter. You've been there, done that, sang that song, read that story, okay, dance that dance. The show's over. It's a new show, moving ahead. So, sorry about that. Lost my breath there for a minute. Now, a song comes to mind, as always. But hope and aspirations, dreams of flight evokes hope and optimism. So that's something to consider. It's a subconscious reminder that success and achievements are within your grasp, and it's within all of our grasp. Okay, and the final one was unconscious desires and beliefs. Unconscious desires and beliefs. While not all dreams have deep symbolic meanings, they can still offer insights into our psyche. Right? Flying dreams might reflect hidden desires, fears, or emotions, so it can be a positive or a negative. For instance, feeling elated during flight could symbolize relief or excitement in your waking life. Okay. So dream of flying while you're awake. Dream of flying in your moments of despair, anxieties, discomfort. Take the time. Take the time. Do that. Grow, become the better version of yourself. Hey, listen, if you wake up and you're elated and because you just had an amazing dream of flying, extend that. Do it now awake. We've alwa's got troubles. Okay. Let go of the past, grab hold of the future, both hands moving forward. Okay, my friends. John Fleck says that waves are great and Catherine watches waves. Okay, awesome, awesome. These are great, great suggestions. Hey guys, thank you so much for popping on this morning too and adding to the conversation. I appreciate that. So but what is it that's holding you back? What is the anxiety that you're experiencing? What is that obstacle or what is that memory of the past that's holding you back and you just can't let that go? Yeah, maybe you're holding on to the future. You grabbed hold and you're moving forward, but you still got a little bit of clutch on the past holding you back. And folks, I'm telling you from personal experience, the things in the past are going to pop in your brain. You can't control what's going on up there. You can control what you do with it, but you can't always control what's going on up there. You can control what you put into it, but you can't always control what pops out into your memory. But you can control what you do with that. Okay. Let go of it. Cast it to the wind. Let go. You may not any longer be grabbing hold of it with both hands of the past. You may not be grabbing it with one hand and trying to grab the future with the other hand. Okay. But you might be holding on to it and pinching a little bit of the past and holding on to it for whatever reason. A sense of security, a sense of knowledge, a sense, a sense of familiarity. Let go of it. Let the wind take it away. Grab hold of the future. And people say, "Now, Jay, that's easier said than done." Hey, I get it. I know it. Okay. Trust me, friends. If you knew the deep, deep story of Jay, you would say, wow, look at him today. Wow, look at him today. People in my past years ago would not know me today. And especially the ones, if they knew me and what was going on in my world as a kid, they would not know that this is the same guy. I've had people, even counselors, tell me that they were absolutely amazed that I am the man I am today. It's because I took action. I took control. I dreamed a different thing, and I started letting go. Now, sometimes I want to go back and grab it, but I got to let it go. Sometimes the mind's going to bring it back, but I got to let it go. What does this have to what does this memory have to teach me? Then let it go. All right, my friends. So that's what I got for you today. I hope that I was able to inspire you today. And I really want to inspire you today. I hope this impacted you in such a way that's going to cause you to step back and just get yourself into some form of meditative state to overcome the challenges and obstacles of the past. Be victorious in your life. The world needs you to be victorious. What you've experienced in your past is going to help you and others now and in the future. Grab hold of that. Grab hold of that. Great warriors are not made in mediocrity and average. Okay. We've all experienced trauma in our life in some way. What can you do with that to help others? To help others. Remember, life happens to you, through you, and for you. You get to determine which one of those it is. Okay. Ed Milet, I love what he says. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens through you, or it happens for you. And I think, sometimes it depends on a person's attitude and their perspective and what do they want to do. Do you want it to just continue to crumble you? And do you want to take it and run with it and grow with it and help others? And I know what the answer is to that, but you've got to answer that for yourself. And then you got to take action. You got to believe in yourself and make that happen. So, all right, my friends, that's what I got for you today. I hope I was able to inspire you. And listen, join me every weekday morning right here on the J Talk Morning Show, 7 a.m. on the central side and 8 a.m. on the east side of these here United States. And we will let me drop that one off there. There we go. And so join me again tomorrow for another episode where we'll have another topic. And in the comments, why don't you put a topic in there, something you'd like to learn, talk about, maybe something, a challenge you're overcoming, or maybe a leadership lesson or a life lesson that you'd like to share with the world. Type it in the comments, and I'll talk about that to get you on as well. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you next time on the J Talk Morning Show right here.